As usual, you got it. Hello, friends. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Music Lesson from Home, week number 5. I can't believe it. I miss you all so much, and I just hope that you're doing well from home. So for this week's music lesson, I thought we would enjoy some rhythms and sort of reviewing, or maybe learning for the first time for some of you who are a little nervous. That's okay. About music rhythms and note values. So this is sort of going to be, don't leave me, don't get scared, a little bit like math, but not difficult math. In fact, I'm going to get you excited by telling you a fun word that we're going to use to start, and that word is pizza. Oh man, I'm drooling over here. I don't know about you. But the reason I mentioned pizza is if you look at what I'm putting my camera on right now, we've got different kinds of notes. And for now, I want you to think of this top one, which is pretty standard. If you like baseball, you could think of it as home base. This note we see a lot, and it's really steady. It helps us get grounded, and it's going to be maybe a whole pizza for now, okay? Because then as we break things down, we'll be getting smaller slices of pizza. But don't worry, we still got our full pizza up here. So now let's talk math and music. So we've talked about pizza. That makes me happy. Right here, we've got what's called a quarter note, and that's its fancy name, right? That's its name, but that doesn't really help us to know what to do with it. But this does. There's a style of music making called takadimi. And that style and that way of speaking music helps us to break things down so we know how they're supposed to sound, how they're supposed to be counted. So a quarter note, this one right here, will always be called ta when we're speaking it to practice. So if there were 4 of them, what will we say? Ta, 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 ta. Good, and we're going to practice some combinations next. Now down here, we're splitting our pizza. So things get a little bit split. Notice that this guy's all alone. But this guy has a friend. He has a buddy. They're connected. They're connected at the top with their little frame. So these are 8th notes, and they're called ta-di. Ta-di, 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 ta-di. Good. I think you're catching on, so let's move a little quicker. Underneath, this is one that gets a little bit more complicated but extra fun, called 16th notes. Notice the relationship there. So we're breaking down even more, which means it's going to sound faster. Takadimi. Let's try that. Ready? Takadimi, 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 takadimi. Ta, 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 tari, 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 tari. Takadimi, 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 takadimi. And then our voice finally gets a break because what is this? A quarter rest. Now I know many of you remember this from Pass the Beat Around the Room. You'd have to touch your shoulders to show this rest. Now a lot of people get confused by rests, and let me just explain it in a quick way. If you were a violinist, and you are a paid professional violinist with other people to be in an orchestra, sort of like the North Carolina Symphony, all those beautiful instruments. If everybody's playing the same piece of music and one of these comes up, sometimes music makers deserve a rest, right? Ba-dum-tsh, a rest. If you see that, let's say you are silent for 1 beat, but what if your neighbor keeps going? The entire piece of music gets all off whack. So if everybody follows when you see this and takes 1 beat of rest, then the music still stays lined up. So the point of that is music sometimes needs a rest, but you've got to keep counting so things stay lined up. So we're going to have one more video before the fun begins. So click on the next one to keep this lesson going. See you soon.